Cohen's testimony upended everything this week. A whopping 16 million Americans watched him live on TV during the workday, millions more in coverage that night. And he's upended our show, too, because this is our first ever Russia Probe edition of Fallback Friday. And for this fallback, I'm joined by NBC intelligence reporter Ken Dilanian, Professor Dorian Warren, the president of Community Change, and making his first appearance on The Beat, the rapper Esri, a Cleveland musician who started recording music at the age of 12 with a freestyle on the popular Sway in the Morning show that's now been viewed over 7 million times. Here's a quick highlight.
My man Sway said he gonna put me to the test. One beat later, you could put me with the best. To be honest, yeah, I'm skipping classes to be honest. But teachers think I'm gorgeous, so I'm passing all my courses. My mama proud of me, I'm running towards my college degree rather than running from police who love the sound of the heat. Blow. You know what? I'm trying to blow up. So when I walk the stage, I pray that it's for a Grammy before a diploma. And it's Ezzy.
No wonder it went viral. Not bad.
Yeah, I just saw Sway today, man. That's crazy. Everything comes full circle.
Ken Dilanian, I got to ask you, have you ever heard bars like that?
No, I don't think so. That was pretty good.
Esri, when you've impressed NBC intelligence reporter Ken Dilanian, he is the last word on freestyles.
End off.
Ken, this is investigative Fallback Friday because it's been that kind of week. When you look at this week, what's on your mind?
Look, I'm glad you asked, Ari, because conspiracy theorists on both sides of the Trump-Russia story need to fall back. This is a really complicated story, right? There's a lot of ins and outs to the facts, and we can disagree. Reasonable people can disagree on the implications of the evidence we've seen so far. But the people who need to fall back are those on the right who insist that the whole Mueller-Russia investigation is a deep state plot, to a coup against the president, and the people on the left who insist that Donald Trump is the Manchurian candidate, that he's a puppet of Putin, because there's no evidence to support either side of that.
I think you put it well, and it's important. Some people might not even like what you're saying, but you're talking about letting the facts and the evidence lead us, not what we might hope they say.
That's right.
Which I think is solid. Dorian, what about you?
Well, Ari, the Michael Cohen testimony was riveting, and one of the things I learned was that Donald Trump doesn't use text or email, apparently. So I want the president to fall back, because here's the thing, like,
because you think that's like suspicious right there.
It's suspicious if you use Twitter.
Right, he's into some new technology, but not evidence. I think we have it. Let's take a listen.
You claim, and I quote, "Mr. Trump directed me to use my own personal funds from a home equity line of credit to avoid any money being tracked back to him that could negatively impact his campaign. Do you have any proof of this direction?"
Just the payment, sir.
So no email?
Mr. Trump doesn't have email.
No text message?
Mr. Trump doesn't text message.
I mean, okay, I don't want to read emails from Donald Trump, because if you can imagine a stream of consciousness, but come on, like, he calls an iPad the flat one. And come on, people use PayPal and Venmo. Why didn't he just Venmo the payments? Who's writing checks every month?
You're saying it's like a really old school campaign conspiracy,
so old
but with
school.
Twitter like lying about it.
But then it's confusing. I left that day of testimony confused, so I just want the president to fall back and maybe send an email or two.
I'm wondering what you thought of a moment that was going around on the internet a lot, which is, on the one hand, what was important about the day was what we learned about Donald Trump. That was the point of it. That's why so many people tuned in. Regular beef you see every day in the Congress. But take a look at a moment that has gotten a lot of attention after Mark Meadows brought out a woman that many people saw was just a total prop, and then there was this exchange. Take a look.
The fact that someone would actually use a prop, a black woman, in this chamber, in this committee, is alone racist in itself.
Mr. Chairman, there's nothing more personal to me than my relationship. My nieces and nephews are people of color.
Of all the people on this committee, I've said it and got in trouble for it, that you're one of my best friends. I know that shocks a lot of people.
And likewise, Mr. Chairman.
But again, I said someone. And again, I was not referring to you at all as a racist.
If people don't follow politics like some of us do day in and day out, how do you think that plays out? What do you see there?
Homie. What's his name again?
Congressman Meadows.
Congressman Meadows.
But you can call him homie.
Homie. Congressman Meadows. Maybe you should just fall back from some of the inconsiderate actions, I guess I would say. You know, me being an artist, you know, it's hard for me to limit myself at times, but
You're talking about emotion, like
yeah, and as far as like you know, stuff that I will put in input on or not, it just sounded like to me like the common like I'm not racist, I have a black friend.
right.
You know.
Now, is that true?
And I guess that's kind of like a
Well,
cliche thing.
I mean, it's the
If
black
someone
friend
says
defense.
that, is that-
I have an idea. You know, this is the black friend defense.
Yeah.
So how about this? Hey, Ari, you're my friend. So, and I think you're white. So let's have the white friend defense. So
Oh.
basically, black people and people of color can never be racist, ever, because we have a white friend. Thank you, friend.
Ken, I would shake your hand, but you're in Washington, D.C.
Next time I see you, Ari, I'll shake your hand.
How was this fallback for you, Ken?
It was life-changing. Thanks for having me.
We thank everyone, Esri, Dorian, and Ken, for a special Fallback Friday. Hey, I'm Ari Melber from MSNBC. You can see more of our videos right here, or better yet, subscribe to our YouTube channel below. You could have been anywhere in the world, but you're here with us, and we appreciate that.